Hello everyone, welcome to the channel, and today I'm going to be showing you how to install Python. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and click on whatever web browser we're using. Could be Chrome, could be Edge, could be Firefox. Once we open it up, we want to go to our search bar and we're going to type in Python. In our results, we're going to get www.python.org. That is the one we want to choose. So go ahead and click on that one. Now we want to go to downloads. There's three different versions in here, or three different OSs that you can pick from. It could be Windows, Mac OS, other platforms. So depending on what OS you're using, that's the one you want to choose. For us, we're using Windows, so that's the one we're going to go with. Now, once you choose the downloads option, it gives you many different versions. And the reason you might want to pick a different version is because maybe there's a module or a package that is not supported with the current version. It gives you the options to choose from one of those. But for us, we're pretty much up to date, so we're going to go with Python 3.11.3. So we're going to click on it, and that should start the download. Now we're going to go ahead and click on the installation. In here, it gives us install now, customize installation, and two other options. If you want to just use install now, it'll pick a default path. It'll include the IDLE, pip, and documentation, create shortcuts, and file associations. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to add python.exe to path. And the reason for this is because if we do not add it to path, whenever we launch a Python file, Python script, anything of like that, we're going to have to type in this whole thing. By adding it to the path, it allows us to just simply type in python script.py and then it'll launch it. If we decide to not include that, then we're going to have to type this whole thing to launch that Python script file. So once we've added the python.exe to path, we're going to go ahead and choose customize installation. In here, you can leave everything in here default checked, or if there's anything in here that maybe you don't want, it's personal preference, just simply uncheck it. Now we're going to click on next. In here, I personally like to install Python 3.11 for all users. While this is not necessary for everyone to do, it's something that I personally like to include just in case I want to use it for other users, or if I want to add a user to my computer, or just create a profile that's only for programming, only for jobs, something like that. Could be a hobby, could be a job. For the customized installation location, you can leave it by default, or what I like to do is just simply change it to C:\\Python, whatever version you have. Once we have everything in here checked, we're going to click on install. Once it finishes installing, you will get this pop-up right here. Setup was successful. So once that is done, you can close it and you are done with the installation. Now, how do we verify that Python has been installed? So to verify, we're going to go here, type in cmd, open up command prompt, and we're going to type in Python version. And if you have Python installed, you will get a return of Python, whatever version you're currently running, and that verifies that it's been installed. Now we're going to go ahead and create our first Python file. So we're going to go into Notepad. We're going to go ahead and type print hello world. We're going to go to File, Save As. We're going to say hello for the file name. We're going to all files, and we're going to have to add py at the end. For me, I'm going to put it in the desktop directory. So now we're going to save it, and it has been saved. Now if we try to launch it, it'll close immediately. There's a split second where it shows up, but it's only printing and then closing. So what we're going to do is we're going to open command prompt and type in cd for change in directory. We're going to go to desktop, and now we're in the desktop directory. In here, now we're going to type in python hello.py. One thing to note here is always include the py, because if we only type in hello, it says it can't find it there. But if we add py, now we get the output of hello world. One thing to note is, since we added it to path, we did not have to type in the whole path name, full path of it. Instead, we simply had to do python filename.py. If we did not add it to path, the way we're going to have to execute it is c python 311, because that is the version I'm using, python.exe hello.py, and it executes it also. But by adding it to path, it simplifies the process for you as a programmer. So that pretty much concludes this tutorial. Hopefully you enjoy it. I'm going to be making one on IDEs, and I do have a blog where it explains a little bit more in detail of some of the options that you can choose from, what they do, what it does, if you need it, if not. It's all just personal preference there. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.